NFL on EA Sports. And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Atlanta Falcons and the Minnesota Vikings, and it's all up next.
Now from downtown Minneapolis, EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us inside beautiful U.S. Bank Stadium, the home of the Vikings. So good to have you with us, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson here in the booth. Partner, these are a couple of teams that struggled a year ago, finished out of the playoffs. They were under 500, but that's what you love about the NFL. A new season brings renewed optimism.
Absolutely, and really, Mike, a lot of new faces at critical places. I mean, there is a lot of new pieces to the puzzle here, both coaching staff and the roster of players. They believe last year is over. They do not think there is any correlation between the squad they're planning to put on the field today and that one that we saw really go through some growing pains and struggles just a year ago.
The punter, Bradley Pinion, will handle kickoff duties. And off we go from Minneapolis. Ty Chandler now to bring it back. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Here's the Minnesota offense taking the field for the first time. They're led out by the number 3 overall pick back in the 2018 draft. Out of USC, it's Sam Darnold.
And this is the opportunity Sam Darnold's been working for. I mean, to resurrect his career after some struggles early on in New York. He's had a bit of a mixed bag, but there is no mistaking the physical talent, the arm strength, the ability to play quarterback at a high level. He has it all. There's a reason he was drafted where he was, Mike, and I think Minnesota has themselves a sleeper here at the quarterback position.
He's got a receiver wide open, left side. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. That one good for 26 yards.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down. Again, it's Jones. And he'll work his way down inside the 40. David Onyemata in on the tackle. They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for the first down with Jones.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Play fake to Jones, and now Darnold. That's deep for the back of the end zone. That is knocked away, incomplete. Good coverage there defensively, all over him. And it'll be 2nd down.
So, of course, you prefer to connect on that throw, but think about it like this, Mike. The more they continue to test this defense downfield, the more it's going to open up some of those shorter passes underneath.
He's going to look downfield once again.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You've got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
The Falcons set to take over here on offense. They'll be led out by the lefty from the University of Washington. It's Michael Penix.
Mike, I remember the first time I watched one of his college games, and I was blown away. I mean, the accuracy, that ball looks like it's jumping out of his hand. He is physically talented. He's mature. He's played a lot of football. He has overcome a lot of adversity, man. That is a formula for success in the NFL. He might have to wait a little bit to find his time, but the more opportunities he gets like here in this one, I think he has a bright future.
There's Kyle Pitts with the grab. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself in your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
And he'll push his way ahead for a gain of 2. Jonathan Bullard able to bring him down. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. That's caught. Ray McLeod. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
I think they're going to have to be more creative here on the back end with the types of coverages they show this quarterback. Change the look pre-snap to post-snap. Mix in zone, mix in man. They got to make it more challenging on the quarterback going forward.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. From the gun, it's Penix. The reception for Rondale Moore. And he'll be taken down.
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
A great chance to convert that early turnover into points. Here's 1st and goal. They'll run with Robinson. And he will fight his way to the end zone. Bijan Robinson. Touchdown, Atlanta. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finished it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Younghoe Koo now for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Falcons will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Chandler now to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense going to take over now for the 2nd time. They had that pick on the opening drive. It led to a touchdown. So 7-0 the deficit as they get the ball back 1st and 10. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. In motion, it's Jefferson. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. He'll inch forward for maybe a yard. A.J. Terrell up for the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Throwing on 3rd down is Darnold. He's got his tight end, Hawkinson. 13 yards on the catch there. It'll be a Vikings 1st down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
They'll get creative here on the jet sweep. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play in this opening quarter. 1 quarter in the books. It's the Falcons with the early lead. More from the Twin Cities in a moment. Second and 7. From the gun, it's a run, and it's Jones. And he'll get forward for about a yard. Caden Ellis in on that stop. Third and 6. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
Great reaction by the defense. At first, Mike, it looked like there was enough room out there for the quarterback to pick this one up himself, but they were able to rally to the ball, and I think the officials are going to mark him just short.
So on 4th down, out comes Ryan Wright to punt for Minnesota. And this is going to work out for him. Out of bounds, and they'll mark it inside the 10. The Falcons offense ready to see what they can do on their 2nd possession. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start 1st and 10. Pitts is the man in motion. They'll throw on 1st down with Penix. They'll try to use that size to push forward, but it's not going to work. Defense strong up front, and they're going to get him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, you know, Mike, if I had to guess, I'd say that's probably not what they had in mind when they called that play, but those guys on defense, it felt like they knew what was coming from the start, and they got to him in a hurry.
On 2nd down, it's a run with Robinson. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down. From the gun, here is Penix. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he'll be brought down, but not before they move it up past the 30-yard line.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Penix. To the right, that's Pitts. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
On the handoff, it's Robinson. Two minutes remain. First half in a 7-0 game. We'll have more from Minneapolis after this. On second down, Penix. That's complete to McLeod. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need, but really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter.
He keeps it himself, and he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play. Now a timeout, Atlanta. That's their first, as the clock stops with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. They'll come up now for second down and 4. Now Penix. That's caught left side by Pitts. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down, but they are set up with first and goal.
This play is actually really well defended here. But I'll tell you, Mike, as you know, my philosophy is the tight end is always open, and this just supports my case.
Looking to throw, it's Penix. He's got this to Bijan Robinson. And they'll get him down right around the 5-yard line. Here now, second down and goal. They'll throw. It's Penix. That one is caught beyond the pylon. Kyle Pitts, touchdown Falcons.
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end in the fourth quarter in 2-minute mode. But let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here going into halftime changes this entire game.
On is Koo for the point after. It's up and good. And the Falcons move out on top, 14-0. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. Here's Brandon Powell to bring it out. He'll get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line. First and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And that's not going to yield a whole lot. Up to only about the 23. So we reach halftime, and the visiting Falcons are in the lead. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Mike, we'll take it from there as we welcome everyone into our EA Sports studios and our halftime report. It was the former Longhorn Bijan Robinson who was tough to stop in that first half. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Falcons offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off first and 10. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
It's too early at this point, Mike, to really start thinking about the clock. You definitely don't want to go into a shell. But now this is the point in the game where having a good ground game really starts to take over. You throw to get the lead, but man, once you get it, that ground game, that's what finishes the game off.
On first down, right back to Robinson. And he's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
Well, after the nice run to start the drive, why not go back to the well and try it again? And that's exactly what they do. Have to imagine at some point now, the defense tries to change their look.
A couple of first downs, and the football's out to the 48-yard line as they come up first and 10. That'll be caught by the running back, Robinson. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
And another great throw. And I'll tell you what, Mike, so far today, this certainly does not look like a rookie quarterback. I mean, he is in complete control of this offense.
Now a first and 10 from the 38-yard line. Back to throw. Here's Penix. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
It's so easy to underestimate the speed of this quarterback until you get on the field. They break down your pursuit angles so quickly because of that speed, so give credit to the defense. They understand it's a collective effort to contain this guy, and this time, defense wins and brings him down for a sack.
So after the loss on first, here's second and 14. Throwing is Penix. That one is caught by Mooney. And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up third down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
On third down, Penix. He'll try to run for it. And the rookie gives himself up there at the end. That's a sign of a guy who's learned it quick, picking up the first down. Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs. Here's first and 10. Here's Penix. That is caught at the 3. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
2 yards from 6 points. It is first down and goal. They'll try to run with Robinson. He slams it in there, and he is in. Bijan Robinson, touchdown Atlanta. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. Greg, nothing changed at halftime. They come right out to start this third quarter and pick up where they left off.
Well, I think this defensive coordinator is going to think back to his halftime speech, Mike, because whatever adjustments he thought they made, it obviously didn't resonate. What we saw happen in the first half, they picked right back up here to start the third quarter, and at this point, the offense has hit its stride, and they continue to pull away.
Koo able to add the extra point. And the Falcons will stake themselves to a 21-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. To return, it's Brandon Powell. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Vikings offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on first down. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. Quick throw here is complete. And he's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. Second and a yard. They'll put Addison in motion. On second down, it's Jones. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
This is a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. They motion the slot man left. Darnold to throw on first down. Into the familiar hands of Justin Jefferson. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's second and 2. Play fake to Jones, now Darnold. He'll get this one out to his fullback. And he's going to lose yardage here. That's the way they'll switch ends as this third quarter has come to an end. So, 3 quarters now in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll come up to third and 3. Here's Darnold. That one a bit high, but it's complete. And it looks like he's going to have a first down. Nothing fancy there. Short completion, but it yields a fresh set of downs.
This is a great example of where just having situational awareness is so critical in the huddle. When every one of those receivers, Mike, breaks the huddle and go line up, they've got to know where that first down marker is. If your route calls, get by it, secure the catch, and bring up a fresh set of downs.
Out of bounds, but in business. They mark him down near the 2. It's a gain of 29, and it's first and goal.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
From a little closer, here's second and goal. Off the play fake, here's Darnold. And he's going to be swallowed up, taken down, sacked, back at the 5.
Certainly hasn't been their best game in terms of rushing the passer, but you find yourself with a lead here in the fourth quarter. No better time for that pass rush to come alive and see if they can close this game out.
They're in 4-down territory for sure, but what can they do on this one? It's third and goal. That's hauled in at the 2.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Field goal not going to help much at this point. They've got to go for it on 4th and goal. He puts it up, and it's caught. T.J. Hawkinson. Touchdown, Vikings. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the fourth quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
On now for the extra point. Here's Will Reichert. He's got it. And the Vikings get back in it. It is 21-7. Even with 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning, they're going to try an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy, this was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
The Falcons offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll have a short field in front of them as they try to extend this lead out further. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. On first down, it's Robinson. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll go again with Robinson. He'll get about 3. And that's going to lead to 3rd down. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. This defense in desperate need of a stop, and here comes third down. Another run here for Robinson. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, they'll use another timeout on this side of it at 1:55. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Now Robinson. He'll get 4 and down inside the 20-yard line. And now at 1:52, the defense will pull the plug there as they take a timeout. Here's a 2nd and 6. Give to Robinson from the pistol. And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4, and it leads to third down. They'll try to run for it with Robinson. And he's into the end zone yet again. Bijan Robinson. Touchdown, Falcons. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon. And making a hat trick, that is his 3rd rushing touchdown of the game. A big reason his team is on top.
And so far, Mike, this run game has been the difference, and we're going to see in the second half. Now, can they protect this lead? Because, Mike, that's where a run game has its most value, and so far, this guy's been incredible.
Koo able to add the extra point. And the Falcons will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Powell now to bring it back. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense ready for this next possession. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. That's caught downfield by Jefferson. Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
On 1st and 10, here's Darnold. Over the middle, that's the tight end Hockenson. He'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
On 3rd and 2, it's Darnold. Open man, right side. He's got it. 15 yards through the air. First down, Minnesota.
Now, Mike, I really like this game plan, right? The strategy on 3rd and short so often is, okay, just get enough for the first down. If you decide to air it out, everything's short, get a fresh set of downs. They're saying the defense is going to pack it in close. They're protecting the sticks. So let's just throw it over their head and try to go for a big play.
And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Darnold to the air once more. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
Here we go. One final play. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this 4th quarter. So it's a win for the visiting Falcons. They proved much the best in this one. They get a solid performance in all 3 phases of the game and ride that to victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.